just being able to have different ways that are user-friendly for teachers and for students, I mean, that I think puts it ahead of some of the other platforms. I mean, if there's a way to put everything on all in, that would, you know, revolutionize, I think, timing as far as teaching is concerned. But that's helpful. When we were doing our review, we used it sometimes daily, every other day. So you know, when we were doing this, because we were doing a quick review, so it wasn't a total reteach. It was just kind of, you know, touching on the topics again. So every time we touched on a new topic, we would start with a engage and learn assessment, just to review and see what they remembered and see what they had. And so if we were doing one every day, we'd do an engage and learn every day, or if we were doing one every other day, you know. But after we review the material, then we'll have them do those again, and then right there I can see, okay, the review helped, or no, they're still not getting it. So, you know, and that's not even, you know, coming back later. I can see that right now, like walk around the room as the kids are doing it and get it immediately. So it's really easy to go in and pull up specifically what that student did. And I like that you can either, you know, print out the student sheet with the answers or without the answers and things like that. I mean, just to be able to hand it to a kid and say, here, this is what you missed. And, you know, and for some of my kids, when we have to do differentiation of like different kids and what they need as far as maybe if they get special education services or things like that, some of them I can provide them with the actual answer and say, okay, this is what you got wrong, this is what the answer should have been, can you try to find that answer in the book? So being able to use that with different populations, you know, having that measuring stick at the end of our course with the exam, we just really don't want to be caught off guard. So we look at the data and we want to see, okay, you know, what do we need to hit, or what do we cover well? And you know, it helps us plan instruction. It helps us you know, have a barometer of how we're doing individually and as a whole. And you know, we use it all the time in our PLC group. It's good to see, okay, these types of activities worked, look at the scores on these were great, or you know, this one, it didn't go over so well, the kids didn't do so hot. So yeah, I think for sure it's helpful for that, and it changes. It can change the way we do instruction, it change how we plan, you know, change how we look at material and decide how, you know, what's more effective. So I guess your best practices in the classroom and things like that, it helps, I think, helps develop all of that. And then it's also good for comparison purposes for all of us to see, okay, is it just our classroom, you know, the way that we're delivering it, or is it just students, you know, just across the board that are struggling? I think it definitely alleviates a lot of the stress and the burden that comes with, you know, just paperwork, kind of grading and things like that. And then also it's helpful for, like we said, with collaboration in our teams and our groups. So yeah, I think it definitely is something that changes my day-to-day.